Welcome to my channel, MS Old Coins. There are moments in life when hidden treasures appear in the most unexpected places, reminding us that greatness often lies quietly by our side. Today, we uncover a story that transforms something ordinary into something extraordinary. First up, we are talking about one single coin, a remarkable and highly desirable collectible that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. This coin is the UK 1992 10-pence elizabethiicoin, a piece with a legacy that goes far beyond its everyday appearance. This coin was created during a period of transition in Britain. The early 1990s represented a shift in the United Kingdom's modern coinage system, and the 1992 10-pence coin became a symbol of that evolution. Its purpose was simple: to update the currency and continue the long-standing tradition of national coinage. The coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, honoring her reign and marking her continued presence during a pivotal era of British history. Every detail of this coin reflects the craftsmanship and culture that shaped the decade. The reason collectors value this 1992 10-pence coin so highly is not just its age, but its place in the timeline of British minting. Coins from transitional years often gain special attention because they represent moments of change, and the 1992 edition is no exception. While many people overlooked this coin in the early years, collectors later realized that certain years, like 1992, held more significance than others. This gave the coin rising interest in the collector's market and turned it into a sought-after treasure. The value of this coin continues increasing because collectors love coins from shift periods, and the 1992 issue fits perfectly into that category. Its desirability grows each year as people notice how difficult it has become to find clean, original condition pieces. When held in the hand, this coin tells a story of British economic transformation. It was produced to keep the country's coinage aligned with modern standards, yet today it has become a symbol of nostalgia, rarity, and rising value. Collectors especially admire the sharpness of its design, the detail in the crown shield, and the elegance of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait. These features make the 1992 10-pence stand out in premium collections. One of the most exciting things about this coin is the potential it carries. A regular-looking coin suddenly becomes a source of unexpected fortune when collectors are competing to own it. As more people enter the hobby of coin collecting, the demand for historical British coins grows even stronger. Because of that rising demand, the 1992 10-pence coin is not just holding its value, it is building it. This is why many experienced collectors recommend keeping this coin sealed, protected, and preserved. The cleaner and sharper the coin is, the more powerful its price becomes in the marketplace. For viewers who want to buy or sell this coin, the most common places include online auctions, numismatic markets, and international collector groups. These spaces often see active bidding because the 1992 10-pence is known for its collectible strength. Now let's talk about the part everyone loves, the value. This coin is considered valuable in every form of collecting conversation. Depending on the condition, it can reach impressive numbers, and premium quality pieces can sell for up to $100 in the right market. This maximum potential is exactly why collectors chase after this coin. Every year, its value increases as the supply of clean condition pieces becomes smaller and smaller, creating greater excitement among enthusiasts. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of the 1990s United Kingdom in your hands. It reflects culture, design, change, and memory, all in one single collectible. If you own the UK 1992 10-pence Elizabeth II coin, consider yourself lucky. You are holding a piece with a rising future, a strong collector base, and a value that continues to climb with time. So keep it safe, preserve its shine, and remember, sometimes one coin can reveal a story of opportunity. And this single 1992 10-pence coin is a perfect example of that hidden opportunity turning into real value. Next coin, the 1996 UK 10-pence elizabethiicoin, stands as a shining chapter in modern British minting, a piece that blends everyday currency with the quiet power of collectible potential. This small silver-colored coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II and the historic crowned lion reverse, a design that represents centuries of national tradition and pride. This coin began its journey in 1996, during a period when the Royal Mint was still issuing the larger-sized 10p pieces, the ones that had a satisfying weight and presence. That size alone makes the 1996 issue special because this was one of the last generations before the Mint switched to the smaller, lighter version in 1998. That shift placed the 1996 coin into a more limited bracket of collectors who value the earlier, bigger format. History gives this coin a special aura. It reflects a time of stability in the United Kingdom, a period marked by cultural transformation, global influence, and the continuing legacy of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Every piece minted that year captured a moment before the transition into a new era, making the 1996 10-pence an emotional item for collectors who want a slice of the 90s. Collectors appreciate this coin not only for its age, but because it represents a now discontinued style. Discontinued designs tend to rise in desirability because time naturally reduces supply. People lose them, spend them, misuse them, or melt them with scrap metal. All of this slowly increases rarity over decades. And that is where the potential value begins its climb. A coin like this can attract special attention when found in well-preserved, brilliant, untouched condition. The sharper the shine, the higher the excitement. Some enthusiasts already treat the 1996 10-pence as a future treasure, a coin that will not stay ordinary forever. Its current selling potential depends strongly on condition and the hunger of niche collectors. In already passionate markets, these coins have shown surprising momentum, with impressive upward movement among enthusiasts who seek cleaner, brighter, and stronger examples for their collections. The maximum premium may rise especially when the coin remains sealed, protected, and free from scratches. Right now, superb and flawless examples can catch attention and spark bidding wars among those who love the early-era 10-pence issues. When the right buyer appears, sealed or nearly untouched versions can reach impressive figures, especially when marketed as a standout example from the last years of the large-sized 10p series. The future potential for this coin grows as time moves forward. The 1996 issue may look common today, but in the world of numismatics, age works like a magnifying glass. The older the coin becomes, the more attention it receives. Collectors of British decimal coins are already forming niche communities, and that trend can lift this coin's desirability year after year. The maximum value this coin may achieve in the long run depends on rarity, demand, and condition. Coins stored safely in airtight protection are the ones that rise fastest. A flawless 1996 10-pence could reach high collector premiums, especially when showcased properly. Some listings from enthusiastic sellers even target high-end buyers willing to pay well above regular expected ranges, sometimes aiming for offers over $150 for premium condition examples. The future can push it higher. As the generations who grew up with these coins get older, nostalgia will turn into demand. Nostalgia is one of the strongest forces in the collectible world, and when it activates, prices can climb dramatically. This is why early protection of your coin is essential. A coin from 1996 will soon cross the 40-year mark, and once it enters that age category, many collectors classify it as a semi-historical decimal piece. That status often brings an increase in perceived value, which can boost private sale prices significantly. Even now, certain collectors chase high-grade versions of coins like this to complete full-year sets, and those collectors pay the highest amounts. Completing a perfect 1990s decimal set is a challenge, and that challenge creates demand. To maximize its future sale value, the best step is to keep the coin sealed, clean, and untarnished. Avoid touching the surfaces directly, store it in a dry place. Every small precaution adds to the final price a buyer may offer. The story of this coin is one of steady growth, small but powerful steps toward becoming a desirable British decimal relic. As interest rises, so will competition, and competition is what makes collectible prices climb the steepest. In the future, particularly pristine pieces may even rise far beyond typical expectations, especially when collectors decide to pursue complete collections from the Elizabethiicoin decimal era. A perfect specimen could easily attract offers ranging upwards of $200 in a future where nostalgia meets rarity. The 1996 10-pence Elizabethiicoin coin stands as a reminder that even the most ordinary objects can become extraordinary when time, rarity, and collector passion align. This coin carries the charm of the 90s, the authority of the Queen, and the promise of future value. Your piece may become one of those premium showpieces that collectors chase for years. And by protecting it now, you give it the opportunity to rise even higher when the right buyer appears. Second coin, the 1997 UK 10-pence coin bearing Queen Elizabeth II, is far more than simple change. It's a living piece of British numismatic history and a coin that is quietly gaining traction among collectors. Despite being a rather common circulation coin in its day, its collectible potential is real and rising, especially when preserved in strong condition. This 10p from 1997 was minted at the Lantricent Royal Mint, and around 99.196 million of these coins were struck that year. That number is high, but not astronomical for modern coins, meaning that while it's not rare in the traditional sense, it's not being produced anymore, and many will be lost or damaged over time. Because of that, a small but real base of collectors is interested. When you ask how many people want to buy it, it's not going to be a frenzy like for ultra-rare gold pieces, but there is a steady niche market. Decimal coin collectors, especially those building full-year sets of smaller denominations, often target such 10p coins. On platforms like Forum, these coins are listed in their 10-pence Elizabethiicoin category, and their valuation is based on real collector demand. On eBay, you can also find live listings, which indicate sustained interest from individual collectors and small dealers. For example, a circulated 1997 10p recently sold for £2.95. As for its current value, typical circulated examples of this coin trade for very modest amounts. According to Forum, depending on the condition, its price ranges from roughly 16 cents up to $1.75. On a more general listing of the 10p Elizabethiicoin series, values go from about 13 cents to $5.74, depending on preservation and how clean or sharp the coin is. So while it's not a goldmine, it does carry some premium beyond face value, and that premium is where the magic lies. Is that value really high? Not in the sense of rare or platinum tier coins, but it is significant enough to make the coin worth holding on to, especially for someone who cares about building a complete collection or speculating on future value. The value is low compared to very rare or error coins, but it's also not negligible. Properly preserved pieces can command considerably more than their face value. Let's dive into the history. The 10-pence coin was introduced in the UK in 1968 as part of the decimalization process, replacing a portion of the older currency system. By 1997, the design featured the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, known as the Makhlouf portrait, after the designer Raphael Makhlouf. The obverse shows her crown bust, with the inscription elizabethiicoins reg FD 1997. On the reverse, you see the crowned lion passant guardant, a powerful and traditional symbol of England, with the denomination 10-pence surrounding it. Why was it built this way? The larger 10p coins, like the one in 1997, originated from a need for a stable decimal currency with coins that were easy to handle and recognizable. Over time, inflation and production costs made minting such coins less efficient, and in 1998, the Royal Mint introduced a smaller version. That means the 1997 version is one of the last of its kind in the larger size, which already gives it collectible weight. Another factor in its story is the gradual phase-out of older cupro-nickel coins. As newer nickel-plated steel coins came into circulation, starting in 2012, for other denominations, older copper-nickel types began to disappear more rapidly. That decline boosts the appeal of surviving older format coins like the 1997 10p. Looking forward, this coin offers very real potential. If you hold a piece in especially good condition, sharp in detail, minimal wear, maybe even uncirculated, its value could climb slowly but steadily. As more casual users lose or spend these coins, the remaining collectors' pool tightens, and that scarcity on the secondary market could raise premiums. Imagine a future where collectors who want a complete run of 10p coins from the 1990s are willing to pay top dollar for pristine 1997 pieces. Right now, top dollar might mean $1.50 too for very clean examples, and maybe a little more if your coin is gem quality or part of a proof set. Speaking of proof sets, that's where things get more exciting. If you have a proof version or a coin from a mint set, the real value potential opens up. Proof coins are struck with special care, and they often command much higher prices among dedicated collectors. A proof 1997 10p is scarce compared to its circulation counterpart, which makes it doubly attractive. The way to maximize value is clear. Keep coins safe, store them in protective holders, and avoid cleaning them. Over time, especially over decades, these coins can accrue real numismatic value as their numbers in circulation decline and collector demand stabilizes or grows. And let's be clear, even though this isn't a six-figure coin, it's valuable in its own right. It's not just pocket change, it's a piece of history tied to the late 20th century, the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and the story of British decimalization. For collectors, that story is powerful. A 1997 10p is not a diamond-in-the-rough era coin, but it's a solid gem in the making. With roughly 100 million minted, it's common enough to find, but rare enough in perfect condition to make you pause and think when you spot one. There is a growing cohort of modern decimal coin collectors who don't just want weird or rare commemoratives. They want everyday coins from the 90s preserved. That means competition for well-kept 1997 10p coins could increase in a few years. Holding one today could be a smart move. This coin story is not over. As the decades pass, its status as a modern collectible only strengthens. One day, 1997 10p coins might be seen as much more than simple change. They could become key pieces in historical sets, symbols of an era, and coveted by serious numismatists. So if you've got one, don't dismiss it. Even ordinary circulation coins can become extraordinary with time. Protect it, think long-term, and appreciate it not just for its face value, but for the history and future potential it carries.